Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charleston, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we're going to have a pretty fun episode we want you guys to stick around for, so please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about who's really the best player in the world, right? And I think it's a good time to discuss this because two of the major candidates for that title are one, Kevin Durant, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Those are the two players when we're talking about the best in the world. Some people may throw in Stephen Curry as a third, whoever. But usually those are the two people that people usually mention. And there's some people out there then that are in various camps. Shannon Sharp believes Giannis is the best in the world. Stephen A. Smith believes it's Kevin Durant. Skip Bayless believes it's Kevin Durant. I think Nick Wright believes it's Giannis. I think Chris Broussard believes it's Giannis. To me, I would say it's Giannis at this particular point. I think Giannis is the best player in the world. And yesterday, we got an opportunity to see Giannis and Kevin Durant go head to head. And let me say this. I watched the Brooklyn Nets game against, what's this team? The Grizzlies. I forgot the city. Memphis Grizzlies. Damn. The Memphis Grizzlies. And I was watching that game. And I think at one point in the third quarter, KD was like 7 of 7. And KD was hitting some shots, man. And I was like, ooh, hey, this man can shoot. KD he could shoot the ball. Hey, sheesh. And I was like, man, this guy is putting on a show, right? It was beautiful, 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 beautiful to watch. So I can understand people saying, no, Kevin Durant is the best in the world. And oh, by the way, he's also improved as a defensive player, or he's playing some great defense this season. I think it's worth noting that KD could possibly make one of those all-NBA defensive teams, probably the third or second. He's playing some good defense. I wanted to throw that out there. But if I got to be honest with you guys, man, Giannis is a bad boy, man. Giannis is just a walking nightmare for the entire. There's no defense for this guy. For example, yesterday in the game that they played, Kevin Durant finished that game with 33 points, right? He shot 43% from the field, which is not usually him. He's more efficient than that. 25% from the three, 92% from the free throw line. Got you 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and 5 turnovers. But when you look at Giannis, Giannis shot 64% from the field, the same 25% from three, 71% from the free throw line, which is good for him. Got you 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 turnovers. Seven turnovers. But that's if you're just looking at the box score. If you saw the actual game, Giannis was he was like a terror on the floor. When Giannis got into the open court and he was going at Ben Simmons and these guys, it was frightening. I was like, I can only imagine what these guys must be feeling watching a 6'10", 11 dude drive the ball right down your throat, right into your chest. Like, what are you going to do? You take 2 steps, you jump with him, he's putting you in the rim. I mean, it was incredible. If you look at his defensive play, Giannis was literally everywhere. And I think if you watch that game, man, I think it's pretty clear to see that Giannis is the best player in the world, man. He's the best player in the world, and his team's success is showing it. The Milwaukee Bucks, as I'm sitting here talking to you, obviously it's very early in the season, but they're 3-0. 3-0. Kevin Durant, his team is 1-3. So Giannis's play is actually leading the W's, and he's doing all of this without Chris Middleton. And what I like about Giannis is that he's playing within himself. He's playing to his strengths. He's not doing things that is totally outside of his game. Even yesterday, when you saw him attempt a 3, I think he airballed 1 3. He made another 3. But he didn't go out there and attempt 6, 7, 8 threes. No, he attempted a decent amount. He made 1. And I think he did that because he wanted the defense to at least understand that could be a threat. But he still played his game. He was making the right reads, passing the ball. Although he had a lot of turnovers, he was pretty much doing everything. And I don't think there's a player in the NBA that can do that. There just isn't. Not on both ends of the floor. If you look at Kevin Durant's numbers this season, his KD numbers are stellar. He's averaging 32 points on 52% shooting from the field. His three-point shooting is very low. I think that's going to change. It's at 32%. He's shooting 87% from the free throw, 88% from the free throw line, getting you a 4.3 rebounds. That's kind of low. Last season he was getting you 7.4. I expect that number to go up. He's getting you 3.8 assists, 3.8 turnovers, and 2 blocks, which goes to my point that KD's really stepping it up on the defensive side of the floor. But Giannis in 3 games, man, he's averaging 36 points, 68% shooting from the field. 68. He's shooting 40% from the 3, 62% from the free throw line, which could be better. He's getting you 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 turnovers, and 2 blocks. How is this not the best player in the world? Like, if he's not the best, then, and you're going to say it's KD, well, what's the premium KD's game is giving you over Giannis when Giannis's team is winning more, and they don't even have their third wheel in Chris Middleton? So to me, man, I think, listen, you can argue it, but I really don't think it's. I think if you're looking at this comparison from the offensive side of the floor, obviously Kevin Durant is the more polished offensive player. There's no question about that. But if you're taking both sides of the ball into account, and you're taking an offense and you're taking in defense, yes, Giannis's offense is not as efficient and potent as Kevin Durant. We understand that. But if we're looking at what Giannis does on the defensive side of the floor, I think the premium he gives you on defense outweighs the premium KD gives you on offense, because the distance between the two, what they're giving you on offense is not that great, but the distance of what Giannis gives you on defense is just too much. The guy does everything, and the best part about it is Giannis doesn't even, I think he just recently came out and said Giannis is one of these guys. He's not going to go out there and call himself, well, I'm this, I'm the God. He's not going to do that, right? He's not going to do that. He's going to let his play dictate it for you. And I think right now, man, I think Giannis, depending on how the Milwaukee Bucks play this season, I think he could be one of the guys out there that can go out there and possibly win another MVP. I went into this season, I said that I believe Giannis Antetokounmpo could contend for the Defensive Player of the Year award. But if Giannis is going to keep playing like this, the guy's in tip-top shape. I don't see why this guy can't be one of the finalists for Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. I don't see it. And for the people out there that criticize Giannis, people like Gilbert Arenas and these guys, what do you got to say to this? Here you have a guy that you're saying, okay, it's clearly better than Giannis because he's a better jump shooter. He has better footwork and all of that stuff. Great. But nevertheless, look at what this guy's doing to these type of guys that he's playing against. Man, how do you reconcile that when you see what he does? So to me, man, I think Giannis is the best in the world. And the question to the audience is simply this. Between these two players, who do you think is the best? And if you don't think it's one of these two guys, who do you think is the best player in the world? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we catch you guys on the next one. Peace.